Point Pleasant, West Virginia, was the setting of a daytime date for Brett Kirby and Jennifer Jeffers. But just when they thought it was going to offer romance, they stumbled upon the Mothman.
He had never been to Point Pleasant, and so he came up here one day and I took him a tour. It was really exciting, that he came to see me. We went to a few different places around Point Pleasant, and then I told him, I was like, the TNT bunkers, I said, they're out there, and he said, well, what is it? And I was like, well, they're old military bunkers that they used to use, and, they were built on the Indian burial ground.
She just told me that it's haunted and stuff like that. I thought that, it'd probably be kind of romantic and stuff.
As Brett and Jennifer's date started to heat up, they decided to check out the TNT bunkers, the site of the original Mothman encounters.
The TNT bunkers were where people used to go party when we were younger and in school. Everybody always went out there, and you always heard the stories and stuff, and they always, come back with, we heard this or we heard that. But I thought it was just because they were drunk. I never really believed it.
We arrived at the bunkers. It was probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. The weather was probably about 75, 80 degrees outside. We went through 3 of them, and on our way back, we stopped back to the second one. When I went back into it and stuff, it felt like it was probably about 10 degrees cooler than what the rest of the bunkers felt like. I did have a real eerie feeling and stuff, and it was just, I feel like unease for some reason. I couldn't pinpoint why.
Wow. This place is pretty neat.
At that moment, there was no sound. The only sound was like him clicking the pictures. And then he had quit clicking the pictures, and we were standing there just listening.
Do you see anything? It's cold in here.
And all of a sudden, something just grabbed my leg real fast. I can actually feel the fingers, and just something just clamp onto my back of my leg. Because when it grabbed me, I spun around and stuff and looked behind me as if it was an animal that was running around or something. It kind of creeped me out because I didn't know what was going on. And I told Jennifer, something just grabbed my leg. And she goes, oh, you're just trying to scare me and stuff. And I said, no, something grabbed my leg.
I was like, oh my gosh, there's something here. I said, I'm out of here. I gotta go. I can't take this. I'm out of here. Because it scared me so bad.
After it happened, I flashed a couple really quick pictures as if there was anything in there with us, and stuff like a mouse or a squirrel or something, just to explain what happened.
We were totally freaked out. It was just something that I had never expected, to happen. We ran back to the car, and then we took off. We went back to his house, and we were looking at the pictures on the computer.
He caught my eye on one of them and stuff, and we went back to it, and the picture had to me, it looked like an apparition. It had like the torso, and it looked like an arm coming off of it.
My heart just dropped because I was like, oh my gosh, there was something there. There is something there.
First seeing that picture, it blew my mind. I had actual evidence on my camera that there was something in that bunker besides me and Jennifer at that time. It blew me away.
It turned me into a believer because, I've always heard that there is demons that walk up on the earth, but I'd never, really experienced it in myself until that moment.
Some 40 years ago, a dark winged Mothman descended to Earth in Appalachia. Some were terrified. But in the wake of a horrific bridge collapse, the monster came to be seen as a messenger, a prophet to warn about imminent disaster. If a recent sighting is to be believed, the creature is still here.
It made us both believers of the spirits and what, can happen that we never believed would. Because that's something that, you'll never forget.